about date nights and what they look like. And if we actually get date nights. We're actually on a date night.
What?
But yeah, so we do get date nights occasionally. We don't get them once a week, which would be nice.
You know, it's important. Why is it important, LeeAnn? Tell me.
It's very important to keep up on this right here.
What is it?
This relationship.
What's happening?
Marriage. This time together without the children screaming and crying and asking you a bunch of questions. That's not a date night when you take a kid with you. It's just important, that time together.
Okay, so here we are back at the house. The reason why we're doing this vlog today is because we've had a lot of people ask us how a family our size can do date nights.
So we wanted to give you guys just a few, I think we have 4 reasons why people don't date night, why they don't go on a date night. And we want to answer those for you.
All right, number 1.
We can't afford it.
So a lot of people say they can't afford it. And honestly, I don't know why we think this. Many times it's not about going out to a very expensive place or finding a hotel or having a majorly
nice dinner.
It's just really about getting out by yourself. So if you have kids, this is important.
As simple as going to Starbucks.
So you can even actually use a date night, just go take a walk. So we got to get this new mindset that a date night is just really between you and your spouse to be able to get out and just do something together and have adult conversations.
Uninterrupted adult conversation where it's just reconnecting.
That's right. If finances is really that tight, then what we would suggest is just put money aside and every month be able to go out on a date night because you've accumulated some money. But it's so important that you make this a priority because whatever you appreciate, whatever you value, you're going to invest in. Number 2.
Reason number 2.
Number 2 is
we can't find a babysitter.
We're blessed because actually my sister-in-law, her sister, is living with us right now, so we do have an opportunity to do that. But even with that, there's some excuses. People say, I can't find a babysitter. It's hard to find one.
You gotta think outside the box. Some people, they connect with their close friends, and I know they take turns. It's like, I'll watch your kids, you guys go out and have a date night, and then maybe the following weekend we'll watch your kids and you guys go out and have a date night. So.
Yeah, so be creative, but don't use the excuse that I can't find a babysitter. There are so many people, and a lot of times we get so preoccupied like they have to be perfect. And a lot of times it's those people that you never thought of that would be great babysitters. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is kind of like number 1, but it's a little different. Instead of money, it's time. Many times we get so preoccupied with work, with school, with life that we don't make the time. I put things in my schedule, my phone, and so if you're going to go on a date night and you're having a hard time making it a priority, then put it in your schedule. Just kind of value it just as important as you would your work or your business or anything else, because in some ways, really in most ways, it's more important than that.
You really can't afford not to make the time to go on a date night, to spend quality time, to reconnect. It's very important.
So making it a priority in your schedule is just as much important as making it a priority in your finances.
Okay, and last one, number 4 is, we get this all the time, is we don't even know what to do on a date night. We're so tired of the same old things, and where do we go and what do we do? Be creative, and actually for Valentine's Day, you got me a year of date nights we found.
Well, and this is just an example.
Suggestions.
I mean, honestly, they're not supposed to look at this.
I want to read one.
Well, okay, but they're surprises.
So that they know, like, what are that says take a cooking class. That's a little, let's throw that one out. Okay, start a photo album that holds your favorite little moments. You might get together one night and say, what's some of your favorite times we spent together?
Yeah, you may need something like this to kind of give you some ideas, because you may say, listen, I've done the Starbucks thing, we went to dinner, and we just want something exciting. I think the key with date night is to be excited about it. If you're not excited about it, then you don't want to do it. And you're not going to make a priority for it, and you're not going to put your finances to it, and you're sure not going to find somebody and dig through all the different babysitters to find a person to do it for you.
You know what's key too is to try new things and to be flexible to do things that you might not necessarily want to do.
We think date night's important. We've had many people ask us, even on the Facebook page, you know, how do you guys make time for date nights. One of the things that we find ourselves always doing is talking over little ones. Little ones are everywhere. In fact, by the time they go to bed, we're exhausted. We utilize these nights to be able to reconnect. We found ourselves talking about our dreams, our vision. Stay away from talking about your kids. So, date night, important. Make sure you make time for that. And whatever that is, it may be unrealistic, at least for us it is, to do it every week. You know, whatever works for you, but just make sure you reconnect and recommit to one another on these nights, right?
Exactly. Make sure you're constantly reconnecting with each other daily, but then making those date nights as often as possible.
We're going to spend some more time over the next couple of weeks just kind of diving into some of those questions. And we're just going to give you our advice or our thoughts upon it. We're not experts. Hopefully it's going to stimulate you to begin to think outside the box to make your marriage and your family really be the best it can be. To quote our president, we are looking to make family great again. I thought it was a good way to end the video. Anyway.